Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm so glad you came back to see what's going on. The modified 3S build that we're doing. So things that we went and got. We got a 2-inch by 36-inch piece of 1/8 inch aluminum. This was somewhere around $17 at the time of filming. And then got some L bracket here. This is 1/16 wall. I figure with it being an L bracket, it should be really strong, and then we can lighten things up a little bit. That way, the lighter it is, the more weight if I put up the front, the more bias that gives towards the front. I didn't want to put too much weight into the vehicle, just enough is what we want. Along with that, I also got some 16 by 1/2 inch, at 36 inches long. Both of those I think were somewhere around 6 or less for the piece. This I'm going to use for some bracing, so this will be easy to bend, easy to drill through and screw some tension as I go across, if it even needs it. The other thing I'll use this for is I'm either going to use washers, or I might cut some pieces off, drill 2 holes, that's a bracket to screw down to. That way it holds the plastic in here a little nicer, especially because we're going to be countersinking everything. We've got excuse me, still suffering from the whatever the heck this thing is in my throat. We've got some 832 number 8s 32 TPI machine screws. These longer ones came with nuts, which is great. I will need those, but I also got basically some of the Everbuilt. I'm missing a light here. Turn some light on. Everbuilt. There we go. So these are 832s, but they have the nylon rings in there, which will stop them from trying to back out, which is really important. So I got that. Some Velcro. It's actual Velcro. The 10-pound. Really good and strong. Usually I get the big roll. I just needed a little bit, so I got these, which is like $5 or so. This was some threaded rod. The idea here is something for a wheelie bar in the back to get some adjustment. With that, we'll see how I can do that. I got a couple ideas in my head of ways to do that kind of thing, so we'll see with this. If not, it's easy to return. That's the whole thing. Along with all of this, we'll move this. It's kind of a preview of what I might do for the goblin face on the body. It's just something, one of the things, so in the big purchase that I made with the 1/5 scale and the original Rustler and the XTM, got a lot of extra parts. Well, this is one, hopefully it works. I haven't tested it yet, but here is the idea for the direct steering. We're going to, it'll lay down in this configuration, sorry. So we'll trim off probably all of this and just leave this V. And then that's not a big throw, so whether we go to the last hole or the first hole won't matter, because we only need a little bit of steering. We don't want a lot. We just want a little bit. So that'll give us plenty with some clearance, and that'll be great. I also plan on using these to see if I can get it here, to make attachment points for the servo. So we'll make it a little bit bigger. We'll cut off tabs, bend it over, drill through that. That'll attach, so it'll make the front end real strong. That is the whole idea here. So now it's a matter of where do I want to put holes to secure stuff. the beauty of what we're planning on doing, because let's see if I can get this. So 1, 2. It's going to go here. We're plenty there. So this is going to run the whole length, and we'll go to here, and we'll bend up, and then we just got a little bit more, and then we got this extra plate here, which is great. Now I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to need that plate up here, because originally we were going to do the plate and then attach our 1-inch piece going across, our 1.5-inch piece going across, and bolt that up to the front end. But since we're going to take this and either run it this way, or we'll put that piece on and we'll run it under. Right now I'm thinking I want to do it more this way, which will be great. Still have to figure out how I'm going to attach the body to it, but we'll figure that out. Can also do it this way, which isn't actually that bad. I kind of like that. I'll figure it out. But that's going to come out to here, attached to the front end. If I do it down like this, I can use this existing hole to just run it out to it. And again, this is going to create a lot of strength. So that's the great part about it. So I'm going to get to measuring, cutting, doing all the stuff. You don't need to see all that. I'll get the pieces together, drill the holes. I might go through some of the process of how I'm measuring with the calipers, the holes, and we'll go from there. So we'll see you in the next bit. Here's our finished chassis. I'm not sure if I'm calling this the Dart, the Arrow. I was thinking Desert Dart, Drag Dart. Maybe it's the Dart, and it's either the Desert Dart for if we're doing sand drags, or the Drag Dart if it's well, either really. So maybe Drag Dart. Anyways. So we've gone ahead. Let me get the bigger ruler out just to show some length here. So we've gone 30 inches total. Just about, 30 inches or so. A little bit more because we turned this up to give it more of a skid. If it happens to bottom out, it'll hopefully slide. That's the idea anyways. We took our 16 by 1/2 inch piece of aluminum. We've created an arched piece here arched piece here. It goes down, it goes back in. It's got one bolt through. I'm going to put a plate to hold the servo, and that will be adjustable. And we'll do a similar thing on the other side here, so we can adjust the height. The battery will sit here. I will remove these screws, and I'm going to get some Velcro straps to strap the battery down. There's Velcro on here too, and on the battery. That's just going to stop it from sliding. The Velcro straps across too will basically hold the battery in, and then again down onto the Velcro, which will keep it from shifting. The other advantage of having Velcro up and down is we can now adjust this ballast, and it's not all the way up to the front, so this gives us a finer adjustment than just adding or subtracting from the front. So if I need to, the other advantage of this piece here is that I can put weight right up there, boom, 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 still access my front end if I need to, for whatever reason, to replace parts or upgrade parts or whatever I feel like. It's just going to be nice. We'll probably be removing it time and time again just to clean. Very important. So again, it's just a 2-inch piece, a little over 30 inches. We bent it up. We put in our pieces. So I took the angle iron. It's just half by half, 16th inch angle iron. Ran that down the chassis here, a couple of spots to bolt it in with, again, the nylock nuts to hold our battery from going side to side. Be perfect. If we need to do a bigger battery, we could easily drill another hole or just make a slide piece so that it slides open enough to hold a bigger battery. If I so choose, I prefer a lighter battery for drag, since you want as little weight as possible, but the proper weight in the right places. This is about where it'll sit. Right now it's sitting on a tire there. A screwdriver's holding up the front end, so it should have some good clearance with approximating where the tires and the height's going to be. Should be great for dirt drag, probably even street drag, and I'm definitely seeing sand drag, so that's part of the fun of it. When I test this for the first time, once I get it built up, because right now I have no axles, no carriers, none of that stuff. I still need to figure out the link for the steering, which is going to be longer than the original, probably by 20, maybe even 30 millimeters. We'll see. What I have to do, we'll get a measurement once the servo is in place. I can get a decent measurement on that. We'll have to get a extension for this. This is going to run down the side in this little trough on this side. We'll just tape it down, maybe hot glue it down, we'll see, just so it runs along the chassis. The receiver is going to be here. Yeah, going to go in here. The shell that we're going with, of course, is the Bandit shell, so it should end actually somewhere around here. We're going to have our pin in this location, so actually we're going to end up with a hole, so wherever that hole is when we put the body on might even be down in here. In between there, I'll have to drill a hole and put the body post up to hold the body in. I want to see how far down we can get it to go, so that the body is as low as possible, maybe even matching this height, and that'll be beautiful. So that's it. Let's get some close-up shots of this, and here we go. There's the back. I got a little extra here so I can put a wheelie bar attachment onto it. Just basic, simple. And there again, we'll put the receiver here. Here's the battery. You can see the spots. Yes, there's a gap in there. I did that so it wasn't, if this takes a hit for some reason here, this will flex and won't pressure that and bend stuff. Because basically there's no attachment point in here on the Traxxas, the Bandit or the Rustler or anything. It's just a plastic piece that's the bumper. So I'm attached at the top here and down at the bottom like you're supposed to be, and it's not a flexible chassis. It's just to give you an example here, as I push, that's it. That's the flex I get. Very little.